First responders, that's EMTs and firefighters and police officers and nurses. Rocklin is one of the best places in Northern California that you can call home. And on top of that, I've got an exclusive program just for you that can put thousands of dollars back in your pocket whenever you buy or sell a home here in Rocklin or any of the surrounding areas. It's my first responders only program, and I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and how it works and how you can make use of it a little bit later on, so make sure you stick around with me. I'm Reese, and I'm not just your Rocklin real estate expert. I actually live here, and I'm also a huge supporter of our everyday heroes. I've worked with a lot of first responders over the years, and I've truly seen firsthand the long shifts and the missed dinners and holidays that you guys go through, sacrificing just for the rest of us. You've got one of the most important jobs in the world, and I personally think that you really deserve a thank you, one that's actually going to put real money back in your pocket. In this video, I'm going to cover why Rocklin is an incredible home base for first responders. From safety, to schools, to a manageable commute, to the community that really shows first responders that this is the best place to live. And I will get into the details of my First Responders Only program. And if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you smash those like and subscribe buttons. All right, let's dive in. Let's start where it really matters most, and that's going to be safety and response. Now, when you're at home, off duty, or even away from home on duty, you really want peace of mind, and Rocklin delivers on just that. Now, according to Rocklin's 911 Center, which you can see at rocklin.ca.us, calls are answered in an average of just 4 seconds. That's incredible. That's very quick. Now, on the fire side of things, Rocklin Fire Department reports that their response time to structural fire calls is just a little over 5 minutes, with 5 minutes being the target. The department's goal is to arrive at the scene within 5 minutes on at least 90% of calls. And the planned Station 22 build is aimed at keeping those standards low or even better as the city grows. Now, that's according to CBS.com, and I'm going to put the link down in the description if you want to check that out and see what it's all about. But the new station is slated to be in the southeast corner of Rocklin near Sierra College. Now, the conceptual plans are approved and the design RFP is issued, but construction is not actually going to start until 2026, and we expect that it won't be built out until 2027. Now, what all this means for you is that when you're home with your family or even away at work, you know that help is close by. And the infrastructure behind you is fast and getting faster. And it's not just the numbers, it's community culture. All across Rocklin, you'll see businesses that honor first responders with discounts, the local schools hosting events, and neighborhoods that truly respect public service. All right, now let's talk commute. So Interstate 80 runs right through Rocklin, and you have direct links right there to Highway 65. And we're right next to Roseville, but you can also reach Lincoln or Auburn or the other direction. You can hit Sacramento all in under 30 minutes. And if you're a nurse or a healthcare worker, Rocklin is just minutes from Sutter Roseville and Kaiser Permanente Roseville. And lots of opportunity for healthcare workers with Kaiser as they're undergoing a nearly $2 billion expansion. This includes a 6-story inpatient tower with almost 140 beds, about 20 ICU rooms, and an even larger ER. And it's set to open sometime in 2027. That's some major growth and some huge opportunity for healthcare workers right here in Rocklin's backyard. Now, if you're law enforcement or fire, Rocklin police and fire departments are centrally located. And regional and mutual aid ties you directly to the city of Roseville and Sacramento County agencies. This is a city that you can live comfortably and avoid those super long, hour-long plus commute times so that you can really spend more time with your family. All right, let's move on to housing and affordability. Now, according to Redfin, the median home price, or sale price, sold price that is, in Rocklin was about 700 grand, and according to Zillow it was like 683. They vary a little bit depending on how they collect their data. But like all cities, Rocklin home prices vary quite a bit from one end of the spectrum to the other. So let's kind of break that down by neighborhood. So Central Rocklin and Sunset East have some really affordable starter homes, anywhere from the low 400s to really like the mid 500s. And these are great homes. They're like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or even 4-bedroom homes, bigger lots, and nice developed streets and grown trees. And really the best part is you're not really going to find any Mellows or any HOAs. Now, a really well-known neighborhood or suburb within Rocklin is Stanford Ranch. And kind of the median price in Stanford Ranch is about $680 or so. Very well-established neighborhood, newer homes, but you may find some Mellows and some HOAs in there. Now, Whitney Ranch is where all the new development is, and it's a master plan community. The median home price is a little higher, as you'd expect, around $850, $860. But here's what's really cool. There's actually some new builds in there that are sub 600K on those sale prices. Now, if you're looking for, kind of that golf course lifestyle, that would put you out at Whitney Oaks. And the homes in there are ranging like, the mid 800s to 1.5 million and plus, depending on where they're located, either on the golf course or just amazing views. But those are higher end homes, as you can imagine. And then we have like Clover Valley, which is a little bit older neighborhood, but also with really large lots and some really great views. These homes, they range from median price of around $880, and cruise right on past 2 million plus. But just a fantastic neighborhood and kind of an older luxury area. So what does all this mean for you? I mean, really, it's just that there's a home for really nearly every budget. And the really cool part about Rocklin is that values hold really strong and firm. It's highly desirable, and part of that is due to the school systems, which we're getting into next. So whether you're buying, your very first home, or maybe it's the forever home, the city of Rocklin has plenty of room for you to grow or grow old. And of course, if you need some guidance or maybe just need to talk out what neighborhood's right for you, what to target, just reach out. 9 days or 9 months, it's never too soon. Again, all the contact information is down below in the description. And as I mentioned earlier, school systems in Rocklin are very desirable and sought after, and that really helps keep those values stable and high. And Rocklin is amazing for schools. Now, the Rocklin Unified School District is ranked number 52 in the entire state and 325th nationwide, according to niche.com. And the teachers, they're ranked number 39 in California and 251 in all of the nation. Those are some pretty high numbers. Now, the charter school system in Rocklin is the Rocklin Family Academy of Schools, which includes Western Sierra Collegiate Academy, and that's a 8th grade all the way through 12th. And all these schools in this school system, in the charter school system, it's both public and tuition free. Now, all the high schools in Rocklin, both our Rocklin Unified School District and Rocklin Academy charter system, that's Whitney and Rocklin High, and then also Wisca, the last one we just mentioned, they all rank really high in academics and college readiness. Now, when you add to that the parks and the trails and the youth sports and the community centers, your kids get a safe, interactive environment with a great education, and you get peace of mind. All right, let's talk off-duty and recreation time, because those things are important. Everyone needs to decompress. And there's plenty of opportunity to do that right here in Rocklin. We have a couple of bowling alleys here, Strikes, and then Rocklin Bowl. There's also plenty of parks, including the expansive Johnson Springview Park, where you can, go for walks. And there's a frisbee golf or disc golf course. Don't let them know I said frisbee. Right next to it. But that's where all the youth sports get played, amongst other parks here in Rocklin. And we're just a stone's throw away from Roseville, where you can go to the Galleria Mall and, go to the arcade and the bowling alley, do some shopping. You can also shop across the way right there at the fountains, which, they're in Roseville, but literally you can hit them with a rock. And you can spend a Saturday over at Quarry Park Adventures, where you can jump on some zip lines and obstacle courses, catch an occasional concert or food truck event, and other types of events. And Rocklin is really kind of centrally located for weekend and getaways and day trips. We're just 90 minutes from Tahoe, a couple hours from Reno, a couple hours from Napa, just a little bit further, and you're at the coastline. There is just a ton of national forest land up to 50 and 80 you can go camping in. And so just a lot of opportunities. Plus, for everyone that likes to be outdoors, which is a big part of Rocklin life, we're not that far from Folsom Lake or the American River. So you can always, during the heat and during the hot times, go out there and have some fun, do some paddle boarding, picnic at the lake, all kinds of good stuff. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Rocklin really offers the balance that everyone with a stressful job, especially first responders, deserve. You get a little bit of that city energy with, some outdoor recreation and lifestyle, and kind of that small town feel. Now, when it comes to community connection, Rocklin really stands out. Run Rocklin is a big charity run event that's held every spring. And the Matt Redding Foundation provides scholarships to kids that are pursuing careers in the public services and in health and law enforcement and fire. Now, the foundation gives out scholarships every year to those students that are pursuing careers like in the protective services or in the medical fields. And then Rocklin has events like the Rocklin Chili Cook-Off and Cool Cars, which is kind of like a car show right through the middle of kind of Old Town Rocklin, where, as you guess it, there's a chili cook-off and everybody brings out their awesome souped up cars from all different types and makes and models. It's really a cool event. And then there's also the big tree lighting festival event at Quarry Park. And both these events keep first responders, kind of front and center in the eyes of the community, celebrated, respected, and just really, connected to the communities that they serve. Which is a good segue into my First Responders Only program. Now, if you're a firefighter, an EMT, law enforcement, and I also include nurses and medical staff, then you qualify for this program. And what it is when you buy or sell a home here in Rocklin or anywhere around this community, any of the nearby neighborhoods, I'm going to give back 10% of our gross compensation that we earn from the sale of that home. And this goes right off your closing costs, putting money right back in your pocket. And you can stack this up on top of additional lender credits or maybe seller credits that we get for you, through negotiation. And this is real money we're talking about. The 10% credit that the First Responders Only program provides is on average around $1,500 to $3,000. That's directly off your closing costs, money that you save dollar for dollar. And the best part is there's no maximum on this. This scales up with the purchase price. So just really a great way for us to give back to you and say thank you for your sacrifice and your service. Now, there are a few little conditions that apply, so the best thing to do is for you to book a call with me so we can go exactly how much you would save. And this is no gimmick. I mean, this is just a thank you in a way to put some real money back in your pocket at close of escrow. Now, you can take this credit from the First Responders program and stack that with your lender credits or even some seller credits that I negotiate for you along the way and save even more. So just to recap, why should you move to Rocklin? Well, emergency services here have really fast response times, top employers and hospitals, affordable and stable housing, outstanding schools, and a community that truly values your service. And you've got my First Responders Only program that can save you thousands of dollars at close. So if you're ready to stop scrolling and start dreaming, let's make it happen. Call me or book some time on my calendar. All my information is in the description below. And if you found any of the information in this video helpful, make sure you share it with another first responder. And if you haven't already, make sure that you smash those like and subscribe buttons. And we'll see you on the next one. That's a wrap.